Ever get that icky feeling? Like, social media, yeah, it's fun, but it's kinda using you.
Oh, yeah.
Ads everywhere, algorithms deciding what you see,
Hmm.
your data swirling around out there. And then there's the whole censorship thing.
Definitely. Big topic lately, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
So today we're asking, what if there's a way, OUT, like a whole new internet experience?
Yeah.
You actually sent over some fascinating stuff on this Noster thing.
Yeah, Noster's caught some attention lately.
Bitcoin, social media, all this decentralized tech talk.
It's a lot.
So today we're diving deep. What is Noster? Does it actually work that way? And why should anyone even care?
The big questions.
First off, for those hearing about it for the first time, what are we even talking about when we say Noster?
Okay, imagine a social media platform, right? But instead of being run by one big company, like the ones we're all familiar with,
Right.
it's spread out across tons of computers all over the world.
Okay, so like decentralized.
Exactly. No single point of control. And that's where the whole relay thing comes in, which you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the articles mention them, but I'll be honest, that part got a little technical.
Right. So think of a relay like choosing your internet provider,
Okay.
but for your social media. Each relay is like a server with its own rules, its own community. Some might be all about tech, others about politics, music, whatever. You choose which ones you connect to, which ones you trust.
So more control for the user.
Exactly. Don't like how a particular relay is run, switch to a different one. It's your experience.
Interesting. So it's not just about escaping one company. It's about having a say in the whole system. That's pretty radical, actually.
Okay.
And then there's the Bitcoin aspect. The articles you sent kept mentioning something called Zaps, right?
Yeah, Zaps.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really interesting. So imagine you're scrolling through Noster
Okay.
and you come across an article you love, a song that blows you away, whatever. You can instantly send the creator a few Satoshis.
Right.
Those are like tiny fractions of a Bitcoin as a way to say, hey, great work, this is awesome.
A little micro tip.
Exactly. It's like a built-in way to support creators directly without any middlemen taking a cut.
No platform fees, no record labels, nothing like that.
Exactly.
That could be game-changing, especially for independent creators trying to make a living. It's like putting the power and the money back in the hands of the people making the stuff we love.
Right, that's the whole idea. But of course, it's not all perfect. The articles you sent mentioned some challenges too, right?
Yeah, for sure. For all the cool stuff, there are definitely some downsides, like the learning curve. It seems pretty complex compared to what most people are used to.
That's fair. It's definitely not as simple as, say, creating a Facebook account.
Right, exactly. It's like remembering passwords, which relay to use. It's a lot to figure out.
It's a learning curve, for sure. And honestly, the user experience isn't quite as polished as some of the big platforms, at least not yet.
That makes sense. Those companies have tons of resources.
Exactly. They've had years and billions of dollars to smooth out the bumps. Noster's still in its early stages. The articles did mention, though, that the community is really active in developing and improving the software, so it is getting better all the time.
It's a work in progress, but at least it seems like they're headed in the right direction. But here's the big question. Will people actually switch H?
Right, adoption. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? No matter how cool the tech is, if nobody's actually using it.
Exactly. It's like that old saying, if a tree falls in the forest.
Exactly. And the articles we looked at, they didn't shy away from that, which is good. Noster's still relatively small and needs to reach a critical mass to really take off.
It's that classic chicken and egg problem, isn't it?
Right.
People might be hesitant to join because there aren't that many users yet, but it needs more users to become more appealing.
Precisely. And it makes you wonder, is it going to be another one of those things? Cool idea, but just fades away.
Or, and maybe I'm overly optimistic here, or it's like the early days of Bitcoin, right? Remember when Bitcoin was this niche thing only tech people talked about?
Oh, I do. I remember thinking, this is never going to catch on. It's way too complicated.
Exactly. And now look at it. So maybe, just maybe, Noster could follow a similar path.
It's possible. What's exciting to me, though, is that even the articles that were skeptical about Noster's chances of replacing Twitter or Facebook, they all agreed that it has the potential to be so much more than just another social media platform.
More than just social media. How so?
We're talking about decentralized marketplaces. Imagine buying and selling goods and services directly, no eBay or Amazon involved. Or secure communication channels, think encrypted messaging that even governments can't crack. Some people are even talking about using Noster for things like digital identity, proving who you are online without needing a passport or driver's license.
Whoa. Okay, so it's like we're glimpsing a whole new vision of what the internet could be.
Exactly. It's about taking back control of your data, your content, your online experience. It's a powerful idea, even if it doesn't work out exactly as we imagine it now.
For sure. So where do we land on this? Is Noster the future of the internet, or is it just too early to tell?
Honestly, I think it's too early to say for sure. It's definitely got potential, but it faces some serious challenges.
Big time.
Yeah.
But one thing's for certain.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fascinating experiment.
Definitely.
It'll be really interesting to see how this plays out. All right, listeners, we've given you the deep dive on Noster. Now, we want to hear from you. Is this the future of online interaction or just a passing fad? Head over to wherever listeners can contact you and let us know your thoughts.